I have a fragrance review just in time for spring. The new Miss Dior Parfum 2024. And these are exciting times when a new Miss Dior is launched, and made even more exciting because this one is harkening back and memorializing the inception of Miss Dior in 1947, the first eau de toilette Miss Dior. And on top of that, it's even made more exciting because the nose of this Miss Dior is none other than the fabulous Francis Kurkdjian. And before we get into these exciting times, if you haven't already, why don't you subscribe to this channel to join the Glow fam, hit the notification bell so you won't miss out on any of my uploads, and of course, smash the like button, because you know what it does? It GPS's this video throughout the YouTube universe so other Glow beauties can find it. And I also include product links for your research and shopping convenience in the description box below. Most of them are affiliate links, no cost to you. It supports my channel so I can continue to make content for you. So it's a win-win situation. And finally, let us get into these exciting times. Now, I have the sample version of it. Okay, I don't have the full bottle because I am on a budget. So we're doing with samples, and I have another sample over there. I have here the Miss Dior Eau de Toilette 2019. It kind of looks like this, but instead it's rectangle, and instead of the hard silver bow, the new Miss Dior Parfum has a material silver bow, a light silver bow, and instead of just having the houndstooth design on the bottom, it also wraps around the bottle. So that's what it looks like. Now, the exciting times is that the fabulous Francis Kurkdjian of the fabulous Maison Francis Kurkdjian of the most fabulous Baccarat Rouge 540, which he made, is the new nose for the house of Dior. Now, why, you ask me, how does the fabulous Francis, who does niche perfumes and runs his own house, become a designer nose? Well, he's been doing it for a while. If you don't know already, he is the nose. He was the one that created the first Burberry Her. And if you smell the first Burberry Her, it smells exactly like Baccarat Rouge 540, but made for the little sister of the second marriage. It's very simple, uncomplicated, fresher, light, less complex. Basically, it has that DNA of Baccarat Rouge 540, but simplified. This man has got around, and check it for yourself. If you want a more affordable Baccarat Rouge 540 that you can wear on a daily basis, a signature scent, it's not gonna get away, try Burberry Her. I'm just saying. The fabulous Francis Kurkdjian, the new nose for the house of Dior, got the memo to create the new Burberry Her Parfum 2024. And he got the memo to create it in the lines to memorialize and do a nod for the first 1947 inception of Miss Dior Eau de Toilette. Let me tell you the notes, the new nod, the parfum. The top notes are mandarin orange, apricot, and peach. The middle notes are wild strawberries. Now, the mandarin orange, I like that they use the mandarin orange because it's less sharp than an orange. It's softer, it's rounder, it's lighter. And then you've got the peach and the apricot. And then the middle notes are wild strawberries. I like that he chose wild strawberries because wild strawberries, you know, are going to be more complex. They're going to be fresher. They're wild. Best than human grown kind. Mother Nature knows best. And then you've got jasmine, and then you've got the floral notes. Now, interesting that it's jasmine because generally Miss Dior's are rose based, whereas J'adore is jasmine based. This new Miss Dior Parfum is now jasmine based, and then it's got floral notes. Now, I have a feeling that fabulous Francis did sneak in some rose in there because I do feel that there's a little rose in there, but kind of soft. And then the base notes are patchouli, amber, amberwood, moss and atlas cedar. The amber is going to give it that warmth, that lovely softness and warmth to the fragrance, and a little bit of sweetness too. The jasmine is not any ordinary jasmine. It's super interesting, I didn't know this before, is that jasmine, there's like over 250 varieties of jasmine. Some are fruitier, some are this, some are that. In 1947, the jasmine of that time was a very fruity jasmine. It had kind of notes of strawberries, surprise, surprise, and peach and apricot, and those are the top notes. So it's accentuated. What Francis did and what the House of Dior did was tweak this jasmine that's in this new parfum to have that kind of strawberry, peach, apricot scent to it. So it's a fruity jasmine. The top notes are accentuating that fruity jasmine because it also has the peach and the apricot, and we got the wild strawberry. So it all is a synergistic, symbiotic beautifulness. So Francis is getting the note here because he got the memo to do it, nod to 1947. That was the jasmine of that time. That's where it stops, because the original 1947 Miss Dior was actually very green. It was galbanum based. In fact, there is a more recent version of the 1947 that was made in 2012. So they made a literal version. It had galbanum on the top, jasmine sand back as the main accord, and then it had patchouli at the base. But the jasmine takes over. I sprayed that on me. We have it at our store, and it's sitting on a lighted shelf, and I sprayed it on me. Holy cow. Listen, this is not gonna go well in 2024 with our sweet based culture. Galbanum is very green. It's sharp and a bit bitter. It's green, green, green. And it's not a soft green, and it can take over. Well, listen, when I sprayed that on me, it nearly enveloped me. I went, I wanted to like it, but I couldn't tell the sales associate. I said, this is sharp, this is green. And unfortunately for me, well, I don't know whether this particular went off a bit or it's my biochemistry that made it stay in that galbanum state and just overtook and went bitter on me. Because other people are saying when they spray it on them, yes, they get that greeny, 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 but then the jasmine and the patchouli take over and soften it and kind of round it out and give it a more powdery feel. It's the way the original inception 1947, the way it lays down. Other people say that there's a little bit of iris in there that is not being listed. So I have a feeling with this particular 2012, they're not listing all the notes because apparently they smelling iris and it's kind of softening it a bit. It didn't work well on me. We got to be culturally appropriate. That's why I say it's a nod to 1947, because Francis did not put no galbanum in this, because I don't think us in our culture, we're going to take that very well. We're not going to take that. It's too green, it's too sharp, and this is not what we're expecting now with our Miss Dior. Gotta take the historical context of the time. They just came out of the war. It's 1947. They're still rationing. They were majorly rationing during the war, and then they still don't have much when it comes to that. Basically, sugar was contraband, okay? So they were not growing up on sugar, and we are growing up on sugar, especially in North America. The Europeans like a bit of green. They are not as sugary based, but North America, Lord have mercy, we have been weaned on a sugar spoon. Back then, they didn't have that, and greenery was like in. So that galbanum really went with the 1947 inception, and it was created, it was hopeful, it was new. They were finally being able to indulge and celebrate and have hope coming out of the war. And so that galbanum, there was aldehydes in it. There was also these lovely leathery base notes. There was leather, there was vetiver, leather, oak moss, patchouli, labdanum, a sandalwood, amber in the base notes. They had a lot more notes. So the women of that time, the culture of the time weren't sweet based, okay? So they could handle a bit of that galbanum, but it rolled into the lovely floral, and then you got the mystery. And they were ladylike back then. They wore dresses, they dressed up. Their gloves were for dressing, not for weather. They were classy, sophisticated. So it was culturally appropriate. It was in context, that said, but it would not fare well in our time. So I think Fabulous Francis did some good nods without changing what our context is, because that would not go well. We are a very creative society. We are a very youthful society. We have to be creative. And you know, with that artistic bent, we need to disrupt society to create whole new things. It's a completely different mindset. So that would not fare well. We need a little bit more sweetness in our thing. So I think he did a nod. I also think he did a nod to the Miss Dior Cherie. Now, I've never smelt that. Everybody's saying it kind of smells like the new Miss Dior Parfum 2024. There isn't any popcorn in here, but I think he kind of straddled a little because everybody really wanted that to come back. I think he's trying to make the different areas happy. I think he might have done it. What this smells like to me, I love this. I was given this as a gift. This is the Miss Dior Eau de Toilette 2019. Now this one, oh my goodness, smells like the mixture of rose and those fruits, but it's like so blended together. You know there's fruits and you know there's florals, but it's so blended you really can't pick out the notes. And it's warm and it's cocooning. There's a bit of sweetness, but it's not overly sweet. It's just this beautiful ball of treacly, floral, fruity thing. It is absolutely gorgeous. I like to put it on in the evening times when I'm going to bed. It's a little bit more maturity about it, and it has a little bit of solidity. It smells like this, but encapsulated by the new floral jasmine and the fruity florals of the mandarin, peach, and apricot. It's like it's been encapsulated so that you can pick out the notes better, and it makes this lighter and brighter. So it's literally like a happy, lighter and brighter, springier version of this, just in time for spring. It's like the perfect launch because it's this but updated. It's lighter, brighter, happier, vivacious, a little bit more innocent, more youthful without being kiddie and juvenile. It's just the most lovely, luscious, fruity floral fragrance. What I'm noticing when I spray it in the bottle, when I'm in store, I don't find it lasts that long. It does last, but I don't find it lasts as long as I would like it to last. Somebody said that sometimes when it's first delivered, it hasn't settled yet. And then when you let it sit and macerate, give it a chance. Give it a week or two or a month or 2 months. Don't like write off on it right away that, oh, it doesn't last very long, because this one seems to need to settle a little after delivery, okay? And then it starts to, you know, really enjoy its personality. I think this is signature scent worthy. You can wear it all year round. It's not overwhelming, not sharp. You can wear it to garden parties, backyard barbecues, in your summer dress and your espadrilles. You can wear it to high tea, to work, apple picking, errands, sailing on the boat. You may not want to wear it to a speakeasy, biker bar, or to a booze can. But then again, wait a second. Listen, sometimes you have to disrupt things because, listen, nowadays everybody wants to wear the same thing. Something becomes viral on TikTok and now everybody wants it. Then like the boys think this is like, I can't remember what it was, some Paco band thing was viral and all the young boys wanted to wear it. And I'm like, y'all, do the girls really want all of you wearing the same thing, and then they go to the club and everybody's wearing this and the whole club is smelling the same? No, honey, you gotta mix it up. You gotta be an individual now, because this is crazy. Because next thing you know, one person's going to jump off the cliff and everybody else is going to jump off the cliff because, you know, Paco Rabanne is down there. So man, go to that dang speakeasy, go to that booze can with, oops, and it's upside down, Miss Dior Parfum 2024. Break it up, disrupt it. Hey, this is a time of disruption. Disrupt it with your Miss Dior 2024. You're beautiful, soft. And you know what you can do? You can wear it on dates. This is first date worthy, okay? It's not overtly sexy. This is a highly feminine fragrance. That's why I say, go to that dang booze can with it. I love my different fragrances are like the typical sexy, you know, they got the oriental, they're mysterious, they have a bit of gourmand. No, this is a beautiful, feminine, almost innocent, right? And you know, there's a different types of sexiness. Innocence, simple is sexy too. If we wanted all the same sexiness, life would be very boring. And it's great for first date because you don't seem thirsty. And on first dates, you don't really want to seem thirsty, okay? So this really goes very well. Do we think that the fabulous Francis of the new nose of the House of Dior, do we think that he got the memo on this new fragrance? Or do you think that he could have made it closer to the 1947 with the Galvamum? I'd love to know in the comment section below. Are you Miss Cherie stans and really would have liked to see a new Miss Cherie and you kind of got it back a little with this new Dior? Let us all know. I'd love to know. Now here's my take on it. I think for me, my opinion, I think Francis got the memo. I think he kept the DNA of the contemporary Miss Dior. Yes, some people may think it's a little too juvenile, a little too youthful, but you know who's buying these fragrances? The 20s, the 30s, and the 40-year-olds, and even me, and I'm 60. I would buy this fragrance, but I'm balling on a budget, so I have to do it this way because we're all very youthful. It kept it in that youthful, lovely, innocent, very feminine way, whilst giving a wonderful nod to the 1947 with the jasmine base now instead of rose base, and it being a fruitier jasmine. I think he tried to also, and I think he did it well, to make the Miss Cherie people very happy. I think there was a secret memo on that. I really, really love it. I think it's contemporary. And to be honest with you, I like it simple like this. I like it light and happy like this because sometimes you just need something easy and uncomplicated. When I was very sick, my mom was very sick, we couldn't watch the mysteries and the suspense. I love like medical storylines. I love all that, but I couldn't take it. My mom couldn't take it when we were ill. You know what we needed to watch? And we had to watch Hallmark. Uncomplicated, happy endings, everything wrapped up beautifully. That is what we needed at that time, uncomplicated. And let me tell you, my life is very complicated right now, and this fits the bill for me. This is my Hallmark, all right? Sometimes you just need a little Hallmark in your life. I got all the other ones here. I got my Killian Love Don't Be Shy, my Noir du Noir, Guerlain, Angelique Noir. I got my Soleil Flore, Cartier, Magnolia. I've got all those. It runs the gamut from one type to the next. There is a time and a place for everything, and there is a time for Miss Dior 2024 Parfum Hallmark. If you enjoyed this review, which was kind of all over the place, and you need a little Hallmark in your life, rock that Hallmark Parfum, mine is this, and keep on going and keep on glowing. I will. Bye.